Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the channel. I am Tyler Fikes. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We just recently broke 1,000 subscribers, and that's super awesome. Thank you guys very much for that. Anyways, today we are going to be making the big white Duramax just a little bit taller because we are lifted to about the max potential for this truck and fitting it in this garage. And we do want to keep it garaged because it is a nice truck. It's 2005. And it still looks quality-wise almost brand new. So anyways, this is one of two suspension modifications that are coming to the truck. Today we're going to be putting on leveling torsion keys. So I know a lot of guys don't like that because you're going to get super cranked angles on your CV joints. Now, hang on, because we are not going to go full crank on these, not even close. And the reason we're getting keys rather than just turning up the stock torsion keys is it's going to turn the angle and give us more adjustment capabilities. Not to say we're going to use those adjustment capabilities, but it is a stronger key in there too, and it's already set at a higher angle, so we don't have to turn that bolt as much. We have a lot more bolt still showing, so it's going to it's going to turn the torsion bar a little bit to put more torque, or whatever you want to call it, on the bar. So our control arms, instead of being flat, they're going to get a little bit of an angle, and we're not trying to raise the truck 2.5 inches like these keys say they are able to do. We're going to go maybe an inch of lift with these keys just to get a little bit taller in the front, because if you guys have noticed a little bit, the truck kind of sits lower in the front than in the back. So we're going to get out, show you guys the angles, take measurements, and then we'll do the same after, so we'll get a good before and after comparison, see what these keys do for the truck, and it's going to make it sit a little bit taller. Like I said, we have that adjustment room, but we can't go too much taller because we have to fit in that garage. So let's go look at the angles, and then I'll get measurements for you guys. So here you can see we have almost perfectly flat CV angles. That's about as low as you can go on these trucks, well, on this one anyways. And you can see we have the nice big tie rods in there. I did a whole install video on those if you guys are interested on installing tie rods on a Duramax, and upper control arms from Cognito. Did a whole video on those if you guys are interested in checking that out. That is available on my channel. So here's a good before of the left passenger side and of the driver's side. You can see they are about the same, but we're going to get exact measurements for all 4 wheel well heights and see how much we need to bring it up to get it just perfectly level, if not a tiny bit taller. I won't go more than 1/4 inch taller in the front than in the back. And you can see right there we're at about 11 1/4 on passenger front. And now let's go to the back. I'm just going from tire to wheel well, and we're right about 12 1/8 in the back wheel well. So it is taller in the back, like I was saying, and I'm not a fan of taller in the back. I'm not a fan of taller in the front, but I would rather have it a tiny bit taller in the front than in the back. So we're going to see if we can just perfectly level it out front to back, because that is what I prefer. Now let's go to the other side. And it looks like this side we aren't going to have to go up. Go up as much. We are already sitting at about 11.5, and in the back 11 3/4. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. I never knew that the back side would not be the same from left to right, but oh well, it's not noticeable. Oh, I might notice it now, but oh well. We're gonna get the front leveled out as best as possible. We're going to make that side and the other side equal to each other and the same height as the tallest point in the back, if not, like I said, a tiny bit taller. And then we will have to check fitment on getting it out of the garage. As you can kind of see, it is a close fit. Now here are the new parts, the new keys. I am going to be pulling the old ones out and putting it next to one of the new ones just to get a comparison. I'm not going to do a how-to video because if you look right over here, I checked on YouTube, and Rough Country actually makes an extremely good, quick, to-the-point video. And I know this is for $1,500, but it's the same exact process for the $2,500. So this works for 1500, 2500, 3500, anything that has the torsion bars on this model of truck. I will put the link to this video down below. So if you guys want to know how to install it, go check it out. If you guys are just here to look and see the Duramax get even taller and compare the old to the new ones, that's also good use for this video, because I am interested to see the difference in angles on that and that with the old to the new. So I'm going to go take one out and show you it right here. All right, about 3 minutes later, we got the first one out. Super simple, super easy. And so I'm lining these up with where the vertical axis would be going between this point and this point and this point and this point. So get them both straight with each other. You can see that this one has a slightly more downward angle than this one, where this one's more straight across. This one shoots over a little more. Without having to tighten the bolt that goes in here, it's already going to be sitting a little bit taller. And that looks like we might not have to tighten the bolt at all from the state that it was here. We might even loosen the bolt a little bit, because we're just going for about an inch of lift on the truck. So there you guys can see the comparison of the old to the new. This is the GM one. This is from Rough Country. And it's actually a little bit thicker, heavier for sure. I'd say it's a little bit heavier. And it's nice, we're going to get a nice painted part, or powder coated, whatever they do at Rough Country. But it looks better, not that you're really ever going to see it. And a little bit better angles on it to give the truck a little more height. So I'm going to go throw both of them in the truck, and then we'll see how much taller it sits. We'll get some measurements, and we'll make sure it fits out of the garage. Otherwise, these are going back in, and I really don't want to do that. So wish me luck, and I'll see you guys in a couple seconds. Are filthy, both of them. Don't know how, because this looks like exhaust from rolling coal, but it's totally far away from where coal would be rolled out of this truck. Could be from it, but anyways, we are done. The installation, let me take a look at the directions. Yeah, right here it says, this required installation time for this system is approximately 2 hours. I literally did it in about 20 minutes from start to finish, and super simple, super easy. Anybody that has one of these tools, the Torsion, universal torsion bar unloading tool, it's that right there. I went down to AutoZone and rented it, and they have a really cool thing where you can rent any tool and bring it back within a certain number of days, and they give you your full money back. I think this was like 80 bucks, so you give them 80 bucks. That way, if you take it, you bought it. But if you bring it back, you get your full money back. So it's free to rent tools from them. Super awesome. Anyways, let's grab the tape measure, and I'll throw the numbers up on the screen because I do not totally remember what they were. But we're going to get a measurement in the front, and you can see we're sitting at about 12.5 inches. This is as low as they can go. You can't really see, but the torsion bar key rests right on this piece right here. And then this bolt, you crank it up, and it puts an air gap between those two pieces. So I have this bolt just barely touching it tight, but not tight enough to where it's giving it any lift. And it's the same on the other side. You can see the bolt is hanging downward before. Both of these bolts were very well tucked up in there, up inside of here. You can't see it that well. That's that hole right there you guys are seeing. That is where you put the torsion bar loader on. There's a nice train horn. So now I'm hoping we do not have to put these back in, because we're sitting at about 12.5. I measured the other side. It was also 12.5. So they're both exactly the same now, which is awesome. We got the old torsion keys right there. And now, I'm currently here alone. I need to wait for someone to get back, and then I will have them hold the camera right over here and watch for me, so I can see if we can now back the truck out with this new, about, I don't remember, I think it's about an inch taller. Like I said, I'll throw the numbers up on the screen, but we're sitting at 12.5 in the front now. And about 12 and a little less than a half in the back. So that's perfect. It sits almost perfectly level. And like I said, I will get exact numbers. I might go remeasure, get exact numbers as perfectly as possible, and then throw those numbers up on the screen. Let's see if we can fit it out of the garage. I'll cut to that. Super slow, but go. Yeah, you clear it, you're fine. All right, plenty of clearance. Plenty of room. Well, that's awesome. We do not have to take them off. And here you guys can see the new angles. They really are not that bad. It's a slight, definitely a little bit taller than before, slight angle on it. That's passenger side. Now let's check the driver's side. And you can see it's really not that bad. Some guys will have them cranked like almost to the max, if not to the max. And that is bad. That's when you're gonna start breaking your CV joints, wearing out other joints and ball joints, everything like that. Just not good to run that extreme of an angle. But like I said, we have those PPE tie rods that are way bigger with huge ball joints, and the Cognito upper control arms with the ball joint put on the lower half of the control arm. So it allows you to run higher angles without sacrificing wear on that specific ball joint and keeps a smooth ride. But anyways, the process is done. Like I said, here are the old Torsion keys. New ones are in. Looks great. I'm happy with it being a little bit taller in the front now, leveled out with the back. And I just think it looks a lot better when it's level from front to back. I hate when it's taller in the back, even though I understand why people do it, so you can put a trailer on the back and then it levels out when you're towing. But this thing almost never tows. Anyways, I'm happy with it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. If this is your guys' first time stopping in, make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.